group of college students survives a catastrophic highway pileup thanks to a shared, inexplicable premonition. But as they try to move on with their lives, they discover that death's design is not only inescapable, but also subtly changing, becoming more unpredictable and more terrifying with each accident, leading them to question the very nature of reality and their own sanity. It started with a flicker, a split-second glitch in reality, like a frame skipped in a film. We were on the I-95, heading south for spring break, crammed into Sarah's beat-up minivan, laughing, singing along to some terrible pop song on the radio. Then it happened. The world stuttered. For a fraction of a second, everything went double. I saw 2 steering wheels, 2 Sarahs, 2 of the 18-wheeler barreling down on us in the rearview mirror. Then, just as quickly, it was gone. But the feeling lingered, a cold, unsettling premonition. "Did anyone else see that?" I asked, my voice trembling. The laughter died down. Sarah, ever the pragmatist, dismissed it as a trick of the light. Mark, the jock, attributed it to lack of sleep. Emily, the quiet one, just stared out the window, her face pale. But Ben, the conspiracy theorist, the one who always saw patterns where others saw chaos, he understood. "We need to get off this highway," he said, his voice low and urgent. "Now." We didn't argue. The feeling of dread was too strong, too palpable. Sarah, despite her skepticism, took the next exit, pulling into a deserted gas station, just as all hell broke loose behind us. We watched in horror from the gas station window as the 18-wheeler jackknifed, triggering a chain reaction of collisions. Cars crumpled like tin cans, explosions rocked the air, and the screams of the dying were swallowed by the roar of the flames. It was a scene straight out of a nightmare. We had cheated death, or so we thought. The first accident happened a week later. Mark, the jock, was at the gym, doing bench presses. He was strong, experienced, but something went wrong. The weight bar slipped, crushing his windpipe. The official report called it a freak accident, a tragic mistake. But we knew better. Then, Emily, the quiet one, was found dead in her apartment. The police ruled it a suicide, but the note she left behind was strange. It was filled with cryptic ramblings about glitches, about the world not being real, about a pattern that was constantly shifting, becoming more and more unpredictable. Sarah, initially skeptical, started to unravel. She saw glitches everywhere, flickering lights, objects momentarily appearing in 2 places at once, faces momentarily distorting into grotesque masks. She became paranoid, convinced that death was not just following a predetermined plan, but actively improvising, learning from its mistakes, becoming more creative, more cruel. Ben, fueled by his conspiracy theories, delved deeper into the mystery. He started researching chaos theory, quantum physics, anything that could explain the increasingly bizarre and improbable accidents that were plaguing us. He believed that our shared premonition had not just saved us from the highway pileup, but had somehow fractured our reality, making us glitches in death's grand design. He believed that death was not just a force but an intelligence, a malevolent entity that was actively trying to correct the error we had created, and it was getting better at it. My own accident was the most terrifying. I was walking home from work one evening when I saw it again. The flicker. The world stuttered, and for a split second, I saw 2 versions of myself, one walking normally, the other being struck by a falling piano. The piano didn't actually fall, but the fear, the sheer unadulterated terror of that moment was real. I realized then that death wasn't just trying to kill us. It was trying to break us, to drive us mad with fear and paranoia. Ben was the next to go. He had been close to a breakthrough, he claimed, close to understanding the glitch in the pattern. He had called me, his voice frantic, excited, telling me to meet him at his apartment. When I arrived, the door was unlocked. I found him in his living room, surrounded by scribbled notes, diagrams, and equations. He was dead, his eyes wide with a mixture of terror and understanding. The official cause of death was a brain aneurysm, but I knew better. I saw the note clutched in his hand, a single sentence scrawled in his frantic handwriting. It's not a pattern, it's learning. Sarah and I were the only ones left. We were living on borrowed time, trapped in a waking nightmare, haunted by the knowledge that death was not just inevitable, but also unpredictable, malicious, and constantly evolving. We tried to fight back, to find a way to break the cycle, to fix the glitch we had created. But it was no use. Death was always one step ahead, its methods becoming more and more elaborate, more and more bizarre. Sarah's death was the most ironic. She had become obsessed with safety, surrounding herself with precautions, avoiding anything that could remotely be considered dangerous. She died of a rare allergic reaction to a hypoallergenic pillow. I am the last one. I know my time is coming. I can feel it, a constant pressure in my chest, a cold dread that never leaves me. I see the glitches everywhere now, the world flickering and stuttering around me. A constant reminder that my reality is fragile, that my existence is precarious. I don't know how it will happen, but I know it will be creative. Death has learned too much. It has become too good at its job. This is not a story of survival. It's a story of inevitability. It's a story of a broken pattern, a fractured reality, and a malevolent force that cannot be reasoned with, cannot be stopped. It's a story of the glitch in the design, and the glitch is coming for me. I can hear it now, a faint, distorted sound, like a record skipping, a film stuttering. It's getting closer. The world is flickering, and I know this is the end. There is no escape. The pattern is broken, and death is improvising. My time is up. The glitch is here.